Hey guys, welcome back to the Roo. I am just unpacking some things to prep the trailer. We took our sample roll of special toilet paper that has to be used in the camper. We'll put that in the bathroom. Let's see, some other goodies that we got with the trailer. This is our RV starter kit that came with the purchase of the trailer. They gave us a freshwater hose. It's only 25 feet. I guess it's a start. You really need a 100-foot hose, but we'll see how that works. Getting ready to go out on my first solo adventure later this week to test everything out. I still have a few components that I haven't tested yet. Got some handy dandy lights to put inside the cupboards. Those are something you can pick up at any dollar store or Walmart. More toilet. I guess this is the sample that they gave us. And this was something that my wife picked up because she saw that it was septic safe. It was one of the ones that I recommended for RV septic systems. Then I picked up, this didn't come with the kit, but I did pick up a water pressure regulator. I want to hook that up before I fill the fresh water tank. We have a sample of Pure Power Blue Bio Pouch. This comes highly recommended for your gray water and black water tank. It helps decompose the bad stuff that you put in your toilet. And then what looks like a super cheap hose for the black water tank. I'm going to try that out this week. I think I'm going to need to invest in a better one of these as well. They do recommend that you get an end with a clear plastic elbow so that you can actually see the contents of your tank being emptied. I guess it's nice to know that it's getting out of there because you can't really see through this blue hose, but it's fun to play with. So it did come with this fancy toilet paper roll dispenser. So I guess I got to figure out a way to put this up and where to put it. I'll probably put it underneath the vanity. I'm not sure it'll go on a wall. I don't know, I'll figure it out. So as I'm getting things ready in the camper to take it out for the first time, one of the most important things that I've taken into consideration is being able to back it up into a camping site. For that, I decided that I ultimately need a backup camera. The Rockwood Roos come pre-installed with a wiring harness and actually something that they call a Sharkfin that sits on the back of the trailer. It's ready to accept a camera. The wiring is in place. Everything is there. Install is supposed to be less than 5 minutes. So I gave that some consideration and went shopping for a camera. Certainly the problems are too many to mention if you don't have one. It can get very embarrassing to back your camper up over and over and over again. It took me 2 hours to back into the driveway for the first time when I brought it home. So I'm not planning on getting myself into any precarious situations out in public where I can be seen. So I'm going to get it hooked up and ready to go. No more of this flying by the seat of my pants, sticking my head out the window, blindly backing up and worrying about where the trailer ends up. So there's this connection on the back of the trailer that's made by the Furrion company. That's the camera that can be mounted in that spot. It's from what I ultimately discovered, a very expensive product. I think I realized why the Furrion company is putting these adapters in the trailers. They're probably paying Rockwood, but they're very expensive. They want you to be able to go buy this off the shelf when you pick up your trailer. It costs over $600. You can get it for a little cheaper online, but not much. So I went shopping, and I was able to find one that was under $100. It was actually $99, and it's a wireless unit that will plug right into the Furrion Sharkfin if you want to use that. You don't have to. Obviously the Furrion camera will set right into the opening, and it's easiest to install, but I'm going to give you three options that I considered, and the first one is the one I ultimately went to. It was using the original door or the bracket that covers the what they call the shark fin, and the shark fin is nice. You want to keep that because it's like a little umbrella that protects the camera from the rain and the elements, and everything gets sealed up inside there. So the most ideal scenario is to get a camera that will fit right over that opening. And what I did is I utilized the cover itself, but there are adapters that you can buy, and I'll show you those later in the video. But the first step is to unscrew the 4 screws that hold the Furrion base plate onto the shark fin onto the base plate. You don't want to remove the base plate. You want to keep that there because it's sealed with a silicone and a glue, and that's semi-permanent. But I just marked the location of I took the camera housing, the bracket that came with the $99 camera, marked with a marker where the holes should be. I drilled those with a 3/16 bit. Actually, I think I used an 11/64 to make it a little snug, but a 3/16 would have worked fine. This way you can slide the door right over the cable for the camera and screw that camera mounting right onto that Furrion door, and then it's very, very simple to hook up. It matches everything because obviously you're using the same screws that held the door on there. You're just now putting it on with a camera attached to it. So tighten all the screws into the locking nut. I secured the cable into as small space as possible so that ultimately I could stuff that into the shark fin housing, so it would be out of the rain, out of the elements, inside and underneath that little shark fin. The camera, this particular camera has to be mounted upside down because of where the antenna is. There's a little opening on the Furrion Sharkfin for the Furrion antenna. You're not going to utilize that with a different camera. So turn it upside down, and then feed all the cabling through the Furrion shell and attach the cover back to the shark fin. And then you want to make sure that the camera itself can move. There's a circular connector the camera attaches to its bracket on, and that swivels back and forth. You want to make sure that that's free and not too loose but not too tight. And tuck all that wiring inside of the Furrion housing, get it out of the way. There is an adapter that you can buy. It comes with adapter kits. I'm not sure if you can buy it separately. The adapter kits were under $20, and that will connect the Furrion power cord to the camera power cord, because obviously Furrion's going to have their own connectors, so that you theoretically have to use their product. But this little adapter is cheap enough, and it fits nicely inside with a watertight seal. Snap it in there good and tight, and then push the Furrion shark fin housing back onto the faceplate and screw the shark fin tightly back onto the trailer. Then adjust your camera. You're going to make sure that it's pointed not completely straight out, down a little, because you're at the top of the rear of the camera. And I'll briefly discuss the other two options. Basically, the difference is the bracket that you're going to use. There is a shark fin bracket that actually replaces the door that I used. This one is great because you don't have to do any drilling. The holes are there that are going to support any camera. Actually, this is specifically made by the manufacturer of the camera that I bought, and it's about 20 bucks. The least favorite option you want to go with, it's only a few dollars cheaper, so you're not going to save much, but there is an adapter plate that can be mounted flush onto the Furrion faceplate. You'd have to take the shark fin completely off, and you'd mount it almost flat onto the trailer. I didn't like that because all of the wiring would be exposed, and there's no neat, clean, protective way to do that. So now I'm basically ready to pack the trailer and go out for my first camping trip. I'm taking a walk around the trailer here, noticing that everything is working. There's a nice drainage system for not only rain, but mostly for the air conditioning condensation, and it siphons that off right down onto the ground. There's the camera in place, ready to go. Now all I need to do is to pack the trailer. I still need to test out a few things, but I'm ready. I'm ready for camping action. Well, almost ready. One last thing we want to do is install the monitor. It comes with a 5-inch monitor, and you just screw on the little antenna, and it also comes with a 12-volt power adapter that you plug into your cigarette lighter. You simply plug the power cord into the side of the monitor, and then you plug the power into the cigarette lighter, and voila, it turns on. On the back there are control switches, and there's also a magnetic plate. It comes with a couple different mounting choices. I actually found one that I like better. I used to have this for my cell phone, and it's just a small magnetic clip that clips onto the fan, and it's great. It only cost me like $5 or $10, and it's inconspicuous, and you can mount it wherever you want. So first thing you do is power it on. One thing you want to make sure is that your lights can't be on auto. You have to actually turn the lights on in order to power to get the power to the backup lights in the trailer. So then once that is on, you can power it on. So when you turn it on, first thing you notice is the garage is upside down. And if you recall that we installed the camera upside down so it would fit better and the antenna would not be in the way. So this has a handy dandy feature on the back where you can reverse the camera. You can actually change it to 4 different scenarios. You can do mirror image, upside down, right side up. So just press that until your camera is the right orientation, and then you can mount it on your magnetic mount and you're good to go. I won't be embarrassed to back into a site at the campground. Not sure I'm well versed enough or practiced enough to do it in less than a long amount of time, but that's one of the reasons why I'm going to a local campground to set up, and doing it in the middle of the week where I won't be bothered by anybody. Nobody will be around to harass me and laugh at me, and I'll get practice so that we can go out for our first real camping adventure with the family coming up next week. So thanks a lot for watching episode 3 as I'm getting the trailer prepared with all the necessities installed for the first adventure. Stay tuned for that. I'm sure there's going to be some interesting things happening. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on RooVentures.